Literally cannot make this up. 2 days after getting the tires, I have another flat. Boom, done, game over, that's it. Ridiculous. Hey guys, welcome to F90 channel. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be talking about, are extended tire and wheel warranties worth it? So my Audi S4 I'm leasing, and I opted to go for the tire and wheel warranty because it really didn't cost that much, and I'll kind of go into the pricing a little bit after that. But when I had my Evo, I had 245/40 18s. So the profile was 40, and I would hit every major pothole, little pothole, whatever, ones that would make the suspension go up and hit, and you're like, oh, you know, scrunch your face, and you're like, I don't know if that one's gonna work out. That's definitely like a bent rim or something, but nothing ever happened, and I had that car for a long time, and I never had, unless it was like a nail going into the tire or something, I never really had any issues. So when I was looking at the S4, I saw that it had 35 profile tires, and like they look a little bit lower, but they still look like they have a good amount of tire on them. Well, I was wrong, because I think I've had, over the 3 years, I'm gonna go on 3 years now in a month, I think I've had 10 tires that I've had replaced under the tire and wheel warranty. And if I didn't do that, it would be a lot worse. The reason it would be a lot worse is because, okay, yes, the price of tires would be really high, but also most of the time when I did hit a really big pothole, it bent the rim also. So imagine getting your tire replaced and straighten out the rim, or getting a new rim completely because they weren't able to fix it. It adds up pretty quick. So in my case, the tire and wheel warranty really paid itself over thousands of dollars. And just to show you guys some images, I'll overlay some images right now of me getting, I hit a small pothole on the highway, and then this is what happened. The entire tire basically came off of the rim, and you know, I'm sure I'll find some other ones there to post up as well. And one story I had was where actually I had I hit a pothole and I had a puncture in the tire, and I started driving, and I was going to go to the dealer to have it replaced through the warranty, tire warranty. And I put a spare on it so I could drive to the dealer, because my dealer's about 10-15 miles away. So I put the spare on, I start driving with the spare hits a pothole. And guess what happened to the spare? I get another flat. So I'm pretty annoyed about the tires. If you guys watch the review videos of the Audi, you guys can see that I'm pretty particular about the tires, because I've never really dealt with anything like this before. There's the Continental Sport Contact 6 tires, and I really don't know why. Oh, we're gonna turn the light back on. I really don't know why, for some reason, this particular tire, I don't know if it's the compound or whatever it is, but they've changed from, the ending is R06 to something else. I think originally what I had was a different ending, and every pothole or every little bump that I would hit, I would get a flat tire, and it was a little ridiculous at the time. So I think the dealership that I was at, they didn't tell me, but they put on the same type of tire, Sport Contact 6, but the ending was R06 or R02. I think it's R02 actually. R02 at the end, and since then it was fine. Only when I ordered from Tire Rack and I put on the new tires, I hit this massive pothole in Manhattan, and it was just, that was the last one I got so far. So kind of going into the prices are, let's see. So when I leased my car, the cost for 3 years for a tire wheel warranty for this car is $1,695 for 3 years. And that's unlimited road hazard protection, so it's either cosmetic, curb damage. You get roadside assistance, but you get that with Audi anyway. So key replacement, dent and ding protection, and windshield repair. And yeah, I've had multiple tires replaced. I mean, it's definitely been about 10 tires replaced. I think I've had one rim straightened out and then one rim replaced from hitting potholes. So I would have been out thousands of dollars. And over 3 years, that $1,695 over the 3-year payment on your lease really isn't that much, that extra per month. I kind of took it just because it was such a small difference on the monthly payment that it really didn't matter. But I'm really happy that I did get it. Now, I would say if your tires are 40 or higher profile, you probably wouldn't need to get it. I had Michelin Pilot Super Sports on the Evo, the 40 profile, and 245/40, and no issues with that at all. So once you start getting into sportier trim models, usually have 35s, 30s, and really thin tires on the rims. That's where you really have to watch out, especially here in Jersey, New York area, tri-state. If you hit a pothole, you're just not going to have a good time. And it's really been fine. The one thing with the company that I had, or at least that Audi sourced with, in the beginning, I would kind of just show up and they would have an adjuster or an auditor to come in, kind of look at the car, then, you know, figure out all the payment later. So I wouldn't have to pay anything out of pocket for those first 2 years. And then they kind of switched to a different program where I have to pay first and then they send me a check. So there was a bunch of issues with that, but they eventually got that ironed out also, and they kind of tossed them aside. So I'm still getting it protected, but it's just under a different company now. Yeah, I would say for me it was worth it. If you go lower profile tires, you're definitely gonna have to at least either put money aside. And it's not like I wasn't driving carefully. I definitely was driving carefully, especially after the first 1, 5, 4, 6 tires that I had replaced. Yeah, you start driving a little bit carefully, but sometimes you just hit something that looks not that bad, or you can't move out of the way, and it happens how it happens. But there it is. The other thing is that you might get with the protection warranty for the tire and wheels is also windshield replacement or fix. I did have a rock chip that hit the windshield pretty hard, and it was less than, I believe if it's less than half size of a dollar bill or something like that, they could fill it in with the sealant. I had it filled in with a sealant with Safe Light, and it's been stayed pretty good. Only if you look at a certain light can you still see the crack, but otherwise it's been good. It hasn't increased at all. So you also get that as well. I realize that some other tire wheel replacement warranties might be cheaper than Audi's or more expensive depending on which make you go with. But especially if you go for a sporty model, it seems to have paid off really well for me. So if I go for something more economy and the tires aren't really something I really want to worry about, then that's not something that I'm gonna get. But seeing as we all love fast cars, especially here on this channel, it's gonna be really tough not to do that. So how are things? You know, they could be definitely much better. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think, because this has been pretty crazy. The car is really solid. There hasn't been a single issue, but it's really just the tires that have been a problem. So I've been really vigilant to make sure I don't hit anything when I'm driving. But even if I do hit something, it's not that bad. I think they changed the compound, so it's pretty good. But let me know what you guys think, if it's worth it or if it's not worth it. And at least in my case, it's been really worth it. All right, and one more thing before I wrap this video. If you guys want to find out the story about this 4B11 here, there's a nice little window here. If you guys want to find out what happened with that, let me know. But I think I'll probably post that story anyways. In any case, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.